In this episode, we're going to be talking about everything that you need for your short-term rental listing, so stay tuned. Vacation Rental Machine helps hosts just like you learn how to start, grow, and scale your short-term rental business. This show is all about creating systems that help you automate your business, giving you more time and money freedom. If you're ready to start living the vacation rental life, then subscribe to this podcast today. Come and join us on our Facebook group, The Host Nation, where we'll be talking about starting, automating, and scaling a short-term rental business. Now, on to the show. Hey, welcome back, Host Nation, to another episode of Vacation Rental Machine. In this episode, we are talking about everything that you need for your listing to get up and running. And I know it can be a lot for some people because, again, you're getting into this business. You need to know the tools. You need to know exactly what are the types of stuff that you need. And it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. So we're going to be covering some of the essential stuff. And we are going to be referring to our store and our kit because we do have everything available for you that is going to be very easy and organized. So if you're not familiar with Kit, it's a site that allows you to basically put everything from Amazon into the store. So if you are looking for specific items, if you're looking for the things that I use, that John uses, that other hosts in the community use, you can go to Kit, see what we use, and just click and add that stuff to your cart. It's very easy, but we're also going to be covering in this video, just running through what you need for your listing. So John, what are some of the essential items for your listing?
First off, let me start by congratulating everybody to getting to this point. We are on step 5, everyone. So this means you got a unit, you are ready to start building out. And remember, I've always said that this is when the craziness starts. So this craziness comes in the form of cardboard boxes. Let me tell you, I get about 60 to 70 Amazon boxes with every build out that I put on. Can you imagine the cardboard trash that is created by all of this? So the madness starts with who's going to be there for all these deliveries. For me, my assistant is actually there at each site receiving these deliveries each day. You should try to couple all this stuff together in multiple pallets. However, sometimes Amazon just doesn't ship that way. So this is going to be crazy. Be prepared. Not only should you be prepared, you should prepare your space to receive all these packages, which means for me, one, I designate an area that I'm going to set up last. If I'm working in a building, if I already have 2 places in that same building, I'm going to designate one as just my storage room because it's literally got to hold a bunch of stuff. It's going to be the last one that I get done. So I want to put everything in there. I want to protect the floors. If I got hardwood floors, I'm going to put down some floor protectant just to make sure when I'm sliding this cardboard stuff on the floors, I'm not the one scratching it. Most of the time when I get a property, I'm the first tenant. So I don't want to leave that scratched up floor or create my own mess, basically, when I don't need to. I can protect it by laying some underlayment on the floor. You can get it. It's very cheap from Home Depot. Tape it down. Trust me, you'll love the result once you pull them back up and you see those floors again, because for the first maybe 3 days, you won't see these floors. It will be full of Amazon boxes. So what needs to be in this kit? It's easy. It's all about branding. It's all about who your guest is, if you're serving families or not, if your people are business people. You kind of need to include stuff that's there for them, but then there is a solid base of stuff. And we're talking stuff like a Brita filter. We're talking plates, cups, coffee mugs, stuff like that. Those things are very simple. Irons, ironing boards. We all know to get that. This stuff is definitely key, but a lot of the other stuff comes into who you are trying to serve and who your guest is. Like, again, if you're serving families, you need family, like kid bowls, you need spoons, you need maybe a bottle or something like that, maybe a bottle cleaner. Those things need to be added because you are catering towards a certain set. If I were in Orlando, every room that I did would always have a bunch of baby stuff in there. I'd probably even design a room for babies in a Disney theme because that's what I know is key down there. So If I'm serving a business person, maybe I want to include some type of steamer because I don't want to iron a suit. I need to steam a suit. So you got to think just like that. You got to include those items. Again, this is going to be a boatload of boxes. You have no clue. The delivery guys are going to look at you like, when will it stop? And then to couple in furniture, that's a whole lot to deal with, right? Now you got to either, if you're doing Wayfair or if you're ordering maybe off Amazon or wherever you're getting your furniture from, it's got to get delivered. So those people are going to see you. Be nice to the delivery guys. 100%. Every time I personally go and I try to be there at least on one of the days, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to be getting a few packages. One, I apologize up front, but if you ever need anything when you come to the door, just let me know. That could mean I give him a bottle of water. That might mean, hey, he needs to use the bathroom. These guys are technically my temporary employees because they are doing the heavy lift. When you do that, they actually might even extend and do something extra where they would normally drop off at the door. Maybe with my assistants there, they're like, you know what? Where does it need to go? I'm going to just pull it all the way into the space. I've had that happen and I love that. Those guys, they work extra hard. They actually are doing a big job for me. When they have to come with that couch, that's, yeah, the couch is heavy. Let's just put it that way, especially if it has a fold out bed. Be conscious, treat those guys with some dignity and respect. Make sure you take care of them when you can.
Now, John, you said that you're also ordering off of Wayfair, so that means not everything is going to be coming off of Amazon. What would you kind of reserve to Amazon versus what you would reserve for maybe these other types of distributors?
So Amazon gets my base shipment. But what I consider my base is Amazon makes my house a home. This is the stuff that like is not necessarily visible. Just when you get the furniture that's in there. I mean, we're talking baking sheets, we're talking pots and pans, we're talking a coffee machine, we're talking, a coffee tray holder. These things come from Amazon for me. Why Amazon? Because one, it's the easiest place that I can go to. I could really just put all this stuff in a cart and I can hit ship and it's there. I'm not sourcing from, tons of other places. I mean, I really could go to Walmart and find all this stuff. But for me, I don't have a car big enough to put all this stuff in to then take it to the place. If it were around the corner from my property, I might try it. But you know what? Just being able to get everything, see it all in one cart, and then hit buy is simple enough for me to not always run back and forth to the store. So that's one of the things in my beginning. I was going back and forth to the store so many times that it was really a waste. So we got a checklist ready for you guys. It's going to be in the store. You could find it and download it there. But more importantly, we're actually going to do this kit thing. I'm very brand new to this kit thing. I love it. I'm going to use it myself because it just replicates the same thing over for me. I always end up putting the same things in my cart. So you'll be able to actually use my kit. Same stuff that I put in my property, you can put in yours. So yeah, take advantage of all of that. You can find that information in the store. We'll put links down below. Definitely comment below if you find something that you think I need to add to my personal list. If you think something is great, let me know. If you think something is a little overkill, let me know. Maybe I'll tell you why I use it. A lot of my stuff and what I do is because of my brand, right? I want to make sure that my guests have exactly what they need. This is my very first step to do that. So this is really exciting. Like I said, it's going to be a mess. And when I say you're going to create a trash problem, you actually will create a trash problem. Just to give you a little bit about what I just had to do, I had to rent a U-Haul to pick up cardboard boxes, furniture, Amazon boxes and stuff, and had to make 2 trips to the dump because that's how much trash my 2 units that I just finished, a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom, created. So yes, the front end looks nice. The boxes are pretty, but they will get in your way. Start planning for that right now.
Some tips if you are dealing with a lot of boxes is what I used to do whenever I was moving, because I'm in the military and we do a lot of moving, have a lot of boxes. So I would actually list the boxes for free on like places like OfferUp, a Facebook marketplace, because a lot of people that are moving, they'll just come and they'll take all your boxes for them. You just say, "Hey, you have to take all these boxes," and they'll come there, they'll pick all the boxes up and they'll move them for you. So that is another way to be able to just get rid of all that stuff. And you could throw the stuffing, the paper, the fill, and all that. Just leave it all there, nice and easy for them to be able to pick up. Leave it on the stoop and let them know like that it's going to be available during these times. And oftentimes people go and pick it up. So that is a nice way to be able to get that. But
just to show you guys the real mess that you're going to make, it's really bad. I mean, this is sitting outside of one of my properties. Like I said, I had to call a U-Haul. I had to go rent it myself. I had to go move it to the dump. Not happy doing it. I don't want to pick up trash. It was raining. Pretty bad idea, but this is the mess that you make. Can you see that? You don't get how long that is, but that is a lot of stuff. We filled up the U-Haul. Oh, mind you, there was stuff on the other side of that fence as well. You're going to create a small problem for yourself. Plan ahead. Julian had a great idea. Posted early that you got moving boxes available. Break them down nicely. Have them stacked and ready to go. Because the faster they get out of your way, the faster you could start renting your place and you won't have a check-in coming. And you got all this trash sitting out back. So get it done early. It's going to be great. This is just the beginning. You got a bunch of stuff ready to happen. A lot of good new things going into a place, a lot of furniture getting built. You're going to start taking those professional photos, and then you're done and you could breathe. And then you just hear this sound that happens on your phone. Just the money rolling in, buddy. It's going to be great.
so John, one of the big questions that probably everybody's wondering is, how much is this going to cost me in order to get my unit fully furnished and ready?
Oh boy. My Amazon order is easily $2,000, $2,500. Really just depends on the size of the place. Recently, I've been working on a lot larger of units, but somewhere right around that number, you're going to be buying all this stuff. Again, this is everything to make your property really a home. This is not just the furniture. So my furniture budget might differ per property. It could go sometimes as small as 2,500, depending on if it's like a 600 square foot apartment, to upwards of 5,000. Just really depends on the space. But my Amazon order is typically the same. It's going to be somewhere around $2,000, give or take some, depending on the amount of beds that I need to buy. And yes, I buy my beds from Amazon because I don't want to move them on top of my truck. I feel like that's very dangerous.
So with an Amazon order, because maybe a lot of people are thinking, oh, I can just go to Walmart, or oh, I can just go to Target because maybe they have this different stuff there. Are you including everything? Are you including the salt, the pepper, the toilet paper, everything in your Amazon order as well?
For the most part, I'm including everything. Salt and pepper, I actually might get that from Home Goods. I save a little bit. And if I'm doing something a little unique with the space, I can find that unique bottle that I'm looking for. But for the most part, everything else is coming from Amazon just because it's so easy. It comes to me after clicking a button. I don't have to go to the store, waste gas, pack my car, and then realize I forgot something. And you got to go back. It's easy for me to look over my past orders, even just planning ahead. I'm scrolling and I'm looking and I'm saying, oh, you know what? I changed the design to have a king bed instead of two queens. So I got to order this stuff. And I just hit send and it just comes. It's just so much easier than just having to go to the store and pick up all this stuff. The other advantage is when I got to send something back, normally I just put it on the outside and the guys that are coming to pick up the stuff can pick up the other stuff that I want to return. So yeah, it's a lot easier than just going back and forth to the store. Using the kit that we're going to put out and actually the checklist itself will help make your trips a lot less, will make your returns a lot less also. So Don't make that mistake that I did up front, which was just buy a lot of stuff and then return what you want to return. Um, yeah, it's one of those things where just getting a delivery is a lot easier.
And the reason why John is ordering all this stuff off of Amazon, even things like the toilet paper and all those smaller amenities that you would be putting in your home just to make it livable, is because we are building a vacation rental machine. A lot of times, like, you're going to be getting a unit. If you're doing rental arbitrage, that unit is you're paying for that. As soon as you get the lease and you start paying for that, you want to get that property up and running as much as possible. And you having to go back and forth to the store, or you're trying to find maybe those really good deals, or you're trying to buy that bulk Costco deal because you'll save a few dollars. The amount of money that you will be spending just holding that unit an extra day or two because you don't have everything that your tenant will need is going to cost you potentially hundreds of dollars more than if you just spent the little bit of extra money, the few extra dollars, maybe not trying to get that bulk item or not having to go back and commute, because time is money in this process. And really, this is where the gears are turning. Things are moving fast. You have that unit ready, that you have to start filling. You have all these boxes and all this stuff coming in, and the last thing you want to be worried about is, oh, did I forget the toilet paper? You want everything with you right there so that you don't have to worry about what things are you missing, because every day or every minute that you're not able to get that listing up and running is money that you're potentially losing out on, or you're having to spend that extra money for those days that it's not rented. And the same with co-hosting. When you have a co-hosting client, you want to start getting that property up and running as soon as possible, because that's what the client wants, and that's what is going to also make you money. So you don't want to waste your time, and you don't want to waste their time. So you want to be able to have all this stuff. So that's why the list, if you go to the store, we'll have the list of all the items that you'll need, very itemized, very clear. We will also have the kits that you can order everything off of Amazon, very easy. Just a click of a button and these items can be moved. So we're going to go on the kit and we're going to break it down for you, very easy, very separate for the different rooms. Just a very convenient way for you to be able to purchase these items. So John, not everything is just coming from maybe Amazon. What are some of the key distributors, the key places that you are getting your items?
All right. So ranking them, the very big order comes from Amazon. The next big order comes from Costco. And for the reason why I like Costco is sometimes they have membership discounts, of course, but they have really good deals on some of the ring stuff that I get, where it's included with the year of the subscription service. So I might get those from there. I might find some good knives or some good whatever from there. So Costco is the next place that I would go to. After that, it's really just some of that design stuff, but we're talking like pillows, like actual pillows that you put your head on. I sometimes have just found that Macy's has been pretty good at having great deals on those. I mean, I'm talking $4 to $9 a pillow, which is still kind of cheap to me, but it's really good pillows. Like I'm very surprised that I'm able to get them on that. Of course, I'm adding in all the coupon codes that I can get. We'll run an episode of all the extra tools and stuff that I use to help save a little bit of money. Because yes, coupon codes, everybody wants to search and find them. I got a way for you guys to really just do 2 clicks and you can actually have those coupon codes just pop in and populate and start saving you some money. Outside of that, I do get some items from IKEA. One thing that I do like getting from IKEA are my irons and whiteboards. Irons at IKEA, they actually have the little iron holder set to the side over there, but they're like $20. If I were to buy it online, it's like $35. So I save a little bit there. They do delivery for $5.99. So that's another key. I like my stuff to come delivered because that just saves me a trip. And hey, it's easy, right? You open the door, it's there.
So obviously this video and audio would just keep on going on and on and on if we were to just list every single item that you're going to need. And that's why we're saying if you are looking to list your property and get everything that you need, go to the store. You can get our checklist that is going to be very detailed and have everything that you need. You can also go to the kits, John and I's kits, and see the types of items that we have. But we also do want to see what type of items are you including in your units. So if you follow us on Kit, we can see what you're including, and you can constantly get updates for the types of stuff that we're putting in our kits, because we're always changing that with the products that we are comfortable with, that we are using in our units, and that other hosts that have been also featured in the short-term rental success stories also include. So lots of cool stuff going on over at kit.com. If you go to kit.com/short-term-sage, you'll be able to access that and see everything that John and I are using in our properties. So with all that being said, Host Nation, keep on hosting. Hope you hosts found value in this episode. If you did, please go on over to iTunes and leave us a review, as that would greatly support the show. If you'd like to connect with John, the community, and I, then go on over to our Facebook group, The Host Nation. Talk to you hosts in the next episode. Keep on hosting.